And we're recording live and in person
Over the internet.
online.
It's very bright right now, so you can see all of our pores. Crow's feet. Okay, silence. Yeah, great. Off
I
to a
didn't
great start.
tongue click. That was very hereditary of me.
Oh, look, they're cleaning each other. Cheese is cleaning Noodle.
Because she's so dirty. She's scraggly.
Yeah, there's like a fluffy cat and a scraggly cat, and they're like playing. It's so cute.
Now they're playing.
Now they're playing.
They both do that thing where they like lay down and put their hands up.
That's what I have a dog, and my dog will do that too. Like if you're playing with her and she just goes, psh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now
Oh,
they're on pause.
now they're looking. Yeah.
Anyway, it's
What is this show
Tuesday
about?
night, July 18th, 11:36 p.m.
Pacific time.
Pacific. We're in the Pacific Northwest. And do you have anything on the agenda today, Skull? This is Skull.
And this
I'm
is Jay.
Jay. Oh, I forgot to turn this. Yep. So maybe it didn't catch my tongue click earlier during the silence, but maybe now. I don't know. Anyway, anything on the agenda for today? Is there any sports update? It's been a while. I haven't kept up with like this, what is it called? The Summer League Madness.
Yeah, the Vegas Summer League is over.
Specifically with the Pelicans, because I think they had like their last game like on the 15th or 16th, and
Yeah, they've got some guy. There's two players I guess that stood out. I haven't really dug deep either, but a guy who's on the team last year named Dyson Daniels. He's a good player, and then they have a rookie named Jordan Hawkins who turned out to be good too. The person who's like the general manager, they call it, or no, he's the vice president of basketball operations, David Griffin, seems to do a really good job. And the general manager's name is Trajan Langdon, and like they're good at scouting. Like they draft well, um, they make good trades. It seems like they, for the most part, bring in high character people, which in sports is like sometimes you want some jerks, but also they can be distractions. So I talked about on the show like a player named Dylan Brooks, who he's just a jerk and a distraction, and like he's good at defense, but not worth it. Houston overpaid him, and it's not going to be good for their team.
jerks, huh? What does that mean? They're not team players. They're rude to their own team and to other teams, or what does that mean? Jerks.
Sometimes, yeah, like
Violence.
sometimes there's a guy that had to take the last year off for Charlotte because of domestic violence,
Oh shit.
and it seemed like they were just gonna move on, but they brought him back. They gave him like a small contract or whatever, but he was like pretty good at basketball compared to other professional basketball players. Um, but there's a lot less domestic violence and stuff in basketball than in football.
Right.
It's just they're more violent. There's way more people. There's way more like fringe players in football because if there's 50 people on each team and there's 32 teams, whatever. Um, and the sport itself is just way more violent. Um, so yeah, there's some rule changes that they announced here during the off season. Some minor things. They're trying to work on. There's a thing called flopping, which is when you make it look like you're playing defense, and you make it look like the offensive player ran into you, and you fall down backwards to try to take a charge, but it's like
They gave it a
fake.
name.
Yeah, flopping. I mean, it's kind of from soccer, or
Okay.
maybe you're the offensive player and the defensive player gets close to you, or maybe nudges you a little bit, and then you go flying, so it looks like a big foul.
Actors.
It's acting. Yeah,
Actors.
it is. It's playing the refs like
How
working.
come they're not on strike?
They don't count as actors though.
Oh.
They're making a rule against the acting. Like that's against the rules now. I
Okay.
mean, it's
Yeah.
always against the rule to try to trick the ref, but
Mm-hmm.
now if you get like caught or whatever, they look at a replay. Sometimes, there'll be no contact, but someone's head will snap back. That's the movement for you listeners. I was doing it. So they're gonna call that unsportsmanlike play during the game. And then they also announced they're gonna do an in-season tournament, which is brand new. So in the middle of the regular season, there's 82 game regular season, and then certain games are gonna count um, towards your like seeding into this
Mini tournament?
mid-season tournament, yeah.
Okay.
And then
And what does that do? Oh, I'll let you finish.
yeah,
Sorry, my
yeah.
bad. My bad.
So I mean, and I'm not. It's not like super clear, and I think they're probably
Okay.
gonna adjust it every year
Got it.
to tweak
As
it.
they learn, yeah.
Yeah, like
Right,
what's
right,
working, what doesn't.
right.
But they're gonna play the final, like, the final four teams are gonna go to Las Vegas, in like December, to sort of finish off this tournament. And so I think it's like one or two extra games for those final four teams. So they'll play like 83 games instead of 82 before the playoffs start. So it's not like that much extra wear and tear. And yeah, they're just trying to like add some interest during the regular season.
Okay.
I guess they
Right,
have
more
similar things in
events.
soccer. Yeah, it's more of like an
Got it.
event, and
Got it. Like
the
larger
stakes are
events.
still low.
Uh-huh.
Like it's like every player on the tournament championship team makes an additional $500,000, and then if you're the runner up, you make an additional $200,000. But like so for some, I mean, because we're at this point, there are players that are making like 50 million a year, stupid money. So like $500,000, why would I,
Yeah.
risk extra wear and tear or get injured or something?
Right.
Um, yeah. So, I mean, but not all. I mean, if you're a young, up and coming player, or on a 10-day or something, and you extra $500,000. I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna like scoff at that, but
Mm-hmm.
they're trying to figure out why would the players be motivated, because really they're all trying to gear up for the championship.
Right.
The playoffs itself is pretty long process.
Right.
Um, so anyway, I think that's all I got. I'm kind of low energy right now. I've been working hard.
Yeah, that's right. So I thought I had something else to talk about, but I'll talk about this thing that's on my mind as of right now. I don't know. I did some moon research today, this evening. It's been on my mind all day. Um, but just like with my natal astrology chart, and my placements, and specifically as it relates to the moon. And I have a specific book, or Skull has a specific book. It was gifted, and I was like, this is actually pretty good. A good resource. So I was kind of digging around in there, and a lot of things like really resonated with me. And yeah, so I can like pop a link to that book or to the author's website or whatever, along with this video, this podcast, this vlogcast.
Vlogcast.
And of course, like when we finally get just an audio version of everything on the website that
What's the website?
exists. What is it?
RepublicToday.net. That's what this YouTube channel is too.
Yeah. And so um yeah, when we translate everything just to audio, I'll be sure to also copy over all of the descriptions and links and everything.
Yeah. We're gonna improve upon them. It's gonna be great.
We're going
It's gonna be so
to
hot.
censor ourselves and then edit and
Right.
whatever, gaslight everyone. Like,
Right,
oh, I
right.
thought this said something else. No,
Right. It's like, no, we
it
believe
was
in
like this
capitalism.
all the time.
Yes.
Anyway,
Exxon Mobil.
no, we're not getting paid for that. All right, we
Chevron
are.
with Techron.
Shut up.
Bank of America. Okay, sorry.
Thank you for listening.
All cops are bad.
That's correct.